The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get started on the crust. Because remember, this is going to be 3 layers. We're going to have a graham cracker crust, a brownie, and a nice little fluffy topping. So let's get started on the crust. The first thing we're going to start off with is crushed graham crackers. You can buy this pre-made or do it yourself. We got about 3 cups in this bowl. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. You can use light or dark. I use dark. 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. We have a stick and a half of melted butter, unsalted. And we're going to mix this around really well. We want to make sure that it's pretty moist. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to line our baking pan. I do have a 9 by 9 inch heavy duty square baking pan. We want to make sure that we have some overhang, as you can see. Something so soothing about the crinkle of aluminum foil. So now comes the dirty part. Hands gonna have to get dirty. You want to make sure all your crumbs are nice and moistened before it hits that pan. We're gonna have to press it in and form a crust. Now you're gonna go ahead and evenly spread it. I think I'm going to use a nice little mug. We'll use a nice little mug here. All right, I'm just trying to make sure everything's even. This sure does make me want to eat some graham crackers with some milk. I know I'm not the only one. It smells so wonderful. Now you're going to cook that graham cracker crust between 8 and 10 minutes on 350 degrees. We're going to go ahead and take that graham cracker crust out, but don't cut off the stove because we're going to get started on that brownie filling. I just want to make one note. Make sure your graham cracker crust is completely cool before putting your brownie filling inside of it. Smells so good. In this bowl I have a 1.25 cups of granulated sugar, 1 stick of butter, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And we're just going to blend it until it's nice and smooth. Now I know some of you guys have your preference when it comes to brownies. So if you want to skip over this and make your own, whether it's cake or fudge, that's up to you. Or you can be daring and try this. And now I'm going to add two large eggs and 1 egg yolk. You want to hold over the egg white because we're going to use that later. We're just going to take your whisk, whisk that in pretty good. The whisk is one of my favorite kitchen utensils to use. I don't know why, but it's just my favorite. Now I'm done with the whisk. We're going to be adding our dry ingredients into the what? This is a 1/2 cup. I know it says a cup. It's a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour and with the cornstarch. And we have a half a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, the baking variety. I got flour all over me. I tell you, but it's all right. You don't want to overmix it. You want to mix it until it's just incorporated. I'm always making a mess. I really need to be wearing a camouflage shirt. There we go. And I really don't want to lose any of that chocolate. Like I said, we're just going to stir it until it's just incorporated. You don't have to do a lot. You may see a little powder, and that's all right, okay? If you want to make this in a hurry, I mean, it really doesn't take that long to make this, but you can always use a pre-made brownie. Well, not pre-cooked, but maybe a boxed brownie if you would like. But you must try this. All right, there we go. Now, my graham cracker crust is now cool. So we're going to add this mixture into our pan. I'm trying to scrape all that goodness out. And all the goodness. And now I'm just going to spread it out. We're going to cook this for about 20-25 minutes, just depending on your, my dog is over here acting up. He's out in the hallway. Hold on. All right. You want to spread it out over your crust. Remember that you don't want to cook your brownie until it looks like it's done all the way. It should still be a little soft in the center, and the edges should look completely done. So keep an eye on it because you don't want to overcook that. Brownies can tend to overcook really fast. Alrighty, into a 350-degree oven it goes. I'll be back. Alright, as you can see, somebody put a little finger in it. It wasn't me. You can see the outside is baked and we still have a soft center. And now I'm going to let this cool completely. Let's get started on the topping. So what I have now is a really clean stainless steel bowl. You want to make sure that there's no residual oil or anything from a previous baking. I'm going to start off with 4 room temperature egg whites, a half of a teaspoon of cream of tartar. That's to help stabilize your egg whites so they don't fall too much. And I'm going to do about 1/8 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to start this on low until it gets a little frothy and a little foamy. Get a cup of sugar ready. As you can see, it's starting to get a little foamy. When adding your sugar, you're going to add it 1 tablespoon at a time. All right, so now we're going to put it on high. they should be a little glossy. So it looks like I've actually reached it. Let me just see. Oh yeah. And then I am going to fold in my marshmallows. Yep, stiff. You see? See how it's standing up? So that's perfect. You see that? Yeah. Now you can do one or two things at this point. You can leave it as it is, or you can fold in some marshmallows. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to probably do about 2 handfuls here. And all you're going to do is just a little fold in. Okay? Just a little fold in. Because you want to keep those peaks there. If you want a little bit more marshmallow, you could definitely do that. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. Now I don't want to overcook the brownie by rebaking it. Now I'm going to put a lot of meringue in here, but if you don't want all that meringue, you can definitely put them on a cookie sheet and cook them and make some meringue cookies, which are lovely. So I am just going to spread this around, and it doesn't have to be smooth, because it's nice to see a little texture on top. And try to get them all the way to the end. Now when you I'm starting my broiler on low. I'm going to do about 4 to 5 inches from the heat. But you definitely have to keep your eye on it, because it can burn really fast, which I think I am going to, you know me, I love that smoky flavor. Of course, these are supposed to be s'mores. So if you were out on a campfire, you would have some smoky s'mores. So I am going to do a little bit more brown than you would probably like. But I just want to start off with them on low, because I want to make sure my marshmallows melt. Alrighty. There we go. And you see, we got some waves going on here. Looks like a little ocean with the foam sticking up. And off it goes. My lighting. Let me see if I can get some better lighting for you. Oh, yeah. You see? All right, in it goes. And as you can see, it's turning nice and golden brown. Now you can stop at this point if you want to. I'm just going to get it just a little darker, because that's the way I like it. All right, but you can take it out now. As you can see, it's not burnt, but I got some pieces a little charred. Oh yeah. See if I can back up a little bit. And there's a reason why we have this aluminum foil, because, maybe you want to serve it to your guests. You don't want to serve it out the pan if you don't want to. Just take it out, lift up those aluminum foil edges and get it out. And you don't have to make meringue. If you want to cover those brownies with marshmallows, that's even better. As you can see, I've lifted it out. So let's see what's next. All right, there we go. Got a nice thick layer of graham cracker crust, and that's up to you. You can definitely make your crust thinner, and you can make your brownie more. You can also add some chocolate chips to your brownie mix for some extra gooiness. So now for the cut.